Happy Friday, Wildcats. Hopefully, it was a great week of learning. We have a final day for a great week of learning. Today, we're going to talk a little bit more about NWEA, and I want to give you a really concrete example of the difference between a RIT score and a percentile and how that changes over when you take a test. And so it's going to be a little bit numbery, but I think you'll be able to understand it once you see it. So I'm going to really need you to pay attention during the NWEA part of this announcements and all of the announcements. I'm going to really show you some things today that I want you to understand. So let's get to them. All right, today is Friday, December the 2nd, 2022, and these are your morning announcements. Westlake Middle School is an Abbott school-wide site of distinction. The mission of Westlake Middle School is to reveal the genius of each Wildcat through a culture of joy, respect, and excellence. We believe every person deserves to be seen, affirmed, and to grow. Let's make sure we're Wildcat ready, everyone. Our lanyards and IDs are around our necks. Our binders and our agenda books are with us. Our coats, backpacks, fanny packs, and purses are in our lockers. Our hats, sunglasses, and hoods are off. Our AirPods and phones are in our lockers, and our blankets stay at home. Let's take a look at today's schedule. We do have advisory periods 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and advisory at the end of the day. Period 5 is our lunch period. Let's clean up West Lane, make sure that we are cleaning up all of our messes we make, especially in the cafeteria, but especially, we drop something in the hallway. I understand. We understand making a mess, but it's like responsible to clean up messes. So if you drop something or you need to throw something away, please make sure you throw away and clean up your messes. That's how we keep Wildcat a clean place, or West Lane a clean place. All right, don't forget we have 2 weeks from today as our honors applications are due. Again, sixth graders, you're going to want to apply for at least social studies and science. Possible too, you might want to apply for English and math. For any grade level, you're not in that class right now. That's what you do for 6th and 7th grade. 8th grade, this does not pertain to you. All right, this does though. 7th and 8th grade girls basketball, open gym. Monday, December 5th from 4:30 to 6 o'clock in the North Gym. Tuesday, December 6th from 4:30 to 6 o'clock in the South Gym. Please bring shorts, t-shirts, sneakers, preferably basketball ones, and a water bottle to the open gym. On time every time, that's Wildcat time. 8th grade, heard some good things about you guys getting to class on time upstairs. Wonderful, wonderful to hear. Next week, we're taking NWEA. On Monday, we'll be doing math. On Monday and Tuesday, we'll be doing half of the math, so really want to be crisp. A lot of you said the screener was a lot more crisp because you only had to do 22 to 25 questions. That's how we're splitting up our NWEA. So Monday, 12.5 will be the first part of math. Tuesday, 12.6 will be the second part of math. Then on reading, Monday, December the 12th will be the first part of reading, and then Tuesday will be the second part of reading. We'll have an all augmented schedule for Tuesdays, those 2 weeks. Don't forget, there are 2 parts to a RIT score, RIT and percentile. RIT is the score you get. Percentile is where you are in comparing with other grade level students in the world. That includes here at West Lane. I'm going to show you that here in just a second. Meeting your growth goal, which is usually about 3 RIT points per test, keeps you at the same percentile. All right, that means if you have a score and you had to maintain that percentile, it's worth different things. So if you want to go up in percentile, though, you actually need to grow more than your expected growth. So if you're at the currently 72nd percentile and you want to get to 75th, you have to grow almost, I think, 8 RIT points in one testing window. And let me show you an example of that here. All right, so yes, I know this is numbers, and yes, I know this is somewhat difficult to follow, but this is just one example across 3 different grade levels. And I will pop myself up here in the corner. This is one example in 3 different grade levels, the same exact score a student can get, a RIT score a student can get on the NWEA. This is a reading test, and it could be the same for math. It's not the big a deal. The percentile is a little bit different, but this example is not. So let's say 6th grade across here. So let's say in the fall, I get a 215. That puts me in the 59th percentile, which means I'm better than 59% of the rest of the kids in the nation that took that test as a 6th grader, okay? But then if I get the same 215 in the wintertime, that means I actually would have gone down a percentile. That means I've actually not kept up in my learning. So then I'm going down the 54th percentile, which means I'm still better than about half the people in America and in the world taking this test. If I got the same 215 in the spring, I'd be in the 48th percentile then. And so I would have gone from 59 percentile to 48. So even though I kept the same score, I didn't keep the same level. because the scores really give you the level that you're at. Now, if I go to 7th grade, at the beginning of the year, if I get a 215, I'm in the 47th percentile, which means I'm ahead of 47% of the rest of the 7th graders in the world taking this test. But if I get the same 215 in the winter, I'm going down to the 43rd percentile. And then in the spring, I'm going down to the 39th percentile. We say you're grade level proficient at the 40th percentile. So if you continue to get 215, let's say 3 or 2 years here, you actually will go from being really proficient to actually not on grade level anymore. And then if I start in 8th grade, again, same score, it's the same test. You all take the same test. It's not different. It's not different at all across the grade levels. It's the same exact test you all take. And so here we go. So if you get a 215, you start out right at proficient as an 8th grader. And then you go down 215 to 35th percentile, and then 215 to 32nd percentile in spring. Now, I'm not saying this to say, oh, your score has to be a certain level. That is not true, okay? I'm just telling you that whatever your score is in the fall, you want to improve. And even if you improve by 1 or 2 RIT points, you're still going to go down a percentile, okay? And that's something today I want you to kind of understand. That's why I want you to do your best on this test, because I want your percentile to at least stay the same. And we'll talk about Monday how to keep the same percentile by just meeting your growth. And so I'll share that with you on Monday. But I want to give you an idea of like what happens. The same score is not the same score throughout the year and across the grade levels, okay? All right, don't forget about pass protocol. No pass in the first 20 minutes or last 20 minutes of class. All food should be eaten in the cafetorium. No food should be eaten outside the cafetorium. Breakfast students, you must report directly to the cafetorium off the bus to get breakfast. And all cell phones are in our locker between 9:15 and 4:20. They'll be taken if they're seen or heard. Don't forget our motto, every Wildcat, every day gets better. And actually our motto goes a lot with the NWEA scores. So what we are saying is we are not expecting you to have a certain RIT as you come in. Like if you come in and get like a 210, I don't expect you by the end of the year to have a 250. It'd be great if you did, but we're not looking for that. That's why we're just saying to say get better. I mean, we want your percentile to either stay the same or get better throughout the year. That's what we're about here at Westline. If you have a B in a class, we want you to get an A. If you have a C in a class, we want you to get a B. If you have an F in a class, we want you to at least get a D to improve, to get better. And that's the message we want to send with NWEA and with grades. So every day we get better here at Westline. Have a fantastic Friday.